Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching this video. And yeah, thank y'all. So today's video is on the power of positive thinking, right? And it might be easy to say like, oh, positive thinking is easy. It's easy to think positively. It is when you're conscious of it, right? It's easy to think positively when you're conscious of thinking positively, if that makes sense. But that doesn't mean it's easy. It's not easy to think positively all the time, especially in terms of times of turmoil, in times of stress, anxiety, depression, whatever. It's extremely hard to, right? But positive thinking is really important, and it's actually what separates a lot of people. I saw one thing. Someone said it separates the very successful from the unsuccessful. That's it. Everything that separates that margin right there is just up here. It's nothing to do with your physical. It's up here. Everything's up here, right? Because this is the most powerful tool you can use that God's given us, right? So you might be thinking, right? How do I think positively? Well, let's think of the opposite first. Let's think how we think negatively. So, for example, say I wake up, right, and I'm always just negative in my thoughts. I let every little negative thing affect me, right? For example, say I have a test today. I'm like, oh, I have a test. I don't want to do it. I'm not doing this. It sucks. Or I have to go to school. Oh, it sucks. I have to wake up. Oh, it sucks. I have to wake up and don't get to sleep more. Well, another thing could be like doing a challenging thing in a sport, for example. Oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Oh, it sucks. I'm not doing this. I don't want to do this. And then also part of negative thinking is always putting yourself down. So it could be like, I always suck. I don't feel like I should. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's I can't do it because there's no can't. I've been trying to remove can't from my vocabulary. This is impossible. Like, that's negative thinking, right? And you don't want to think negatively because obviously that's just going to affect your brain. As a man thinketh, he is, right? If you think stuff and say stuff, you're going to become that. And so if you're like, I suck and I'm terrible at this and all this, you're going to become terrible the more you think about it and say that, right? So why waste all that energy, all that time, and clog up your brain with all that crap, right? Instead of just thinking positively, right? It's simple, right? Think positively. Think I want to be, it's fine. This is going to help me get better. This is a lesson. Even when you fail, you should learn. It should be like, when you fail, it shouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I failed, it sucked, I'm going to quit. No, it should be like, I failed, I'm going to learn from this, I'm going to change a little, I'm going to adapt, I'm going to change a little bit, and then I'm going to keep on going, I'm going to try again and try to do better, right? It's just simply thinking of moving forward and not worrying about that, and using your brain to your advantage, making you become the best version of yourself through thinking positively. If you think positively, try this, okay? Try this. Think positively for a week, and then try thinking negatively for a week. At the end of thinking positively for the week, you would have more work done. You'll feel better about yourself. Your relationships will be better, and all that, right? When you think positively, you think that everything around you can use to get better and to improve, right? And honestly, it's true though. You can use everything around you can be used to improve or to get better or to learn, right? And obviously you're gonna fail at one point. Everyone's gonna fail. It's gonna feel like the most embarrassing feeling ever, but it depends what you do with that. If you have negative thoughts that come in and just like, no, quit, you need to stop. No. And the only way I see someone failing is if they quit, right? So there is no such thing as failing unless you quit. But positive thinking will allow you to go into a different way of reality, right? I don't want to say reality, perspective. And honestly, it will change your life just for the better in general. Because not only does it affect you, it will affect the other people around you. Because with all that positive thinking around other people, they'll start to think more positively. They'll become more adjusted to a role model of you. Like they'll be like, I want to be as positive as he is. I want to. Why does he think like this? I want to think like him. I love how he's always charming and always happy and never is sad about anything, right? That's what you want people to say about you. You don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, he's always negative. He's always pessimistic. He doesn't like to, when I get around him, I just feel terrible and I don't want to be around him, right? You don't want that to be your impression on people, because then obviously you'll lose people. Your networking will go down. And this isn't even I'm not even talking about business, but if you want to be a business owner, you have to have a positive thinking mind, not just for yourself, but for your clients and for your employees and your partners, right? So, how do we think positively? Well, thinking positively is really hard at first, because a lot of humans are made to think negatively, right? You're not made to think positively all the time, right? Naturally, that's just not how we're built, right? So to think positively all of the time, it's almost impossible, because obviously I have negative thoughts at times, but you have to not let them creep in and affect you. Don't expand on it, right? For example, with emotions, I made the emotions video. You can control your emotions in a way. Like, you're gonna feel sad, but you decide how long you stay sad for, if that makes sense, right? So, what you have to do is you have to think positively through thick and thin. And when a negative thought comes into your mind, defeat it with a positive thought, or don't even let it creep in. Don't let it, or just do something or don't be hesitant, right? Negative thoughts cause hesitation, and what you need to do is use that to just go even harder and just to go all in right away, and not let those negative thoughts creep in. Like, for example, say like I'm about to, I don't know, jump off the diving board. I'm like, oh my gosh, all those people are looking at me. It's gonna be so weird. And then, I know this is a terrible example. I'll think of a better one. But then I jump in without even thinking. I have a better one. Say you go to the gym for the first time. Either you're like really weak, or you're kind of overweight, right? You're overweight. People are you're probably, if you're self-conscious, right? And you have negative thoughts in your mind, and you're like, and obviously at first it's gonna be really hard to overcome this, but until you start seeing progress. But you can do it without even seeing progress. But once you see people in there, you're gonna be thinking like, people are gonna judge me. They're gonna make fun of me. I don't even know what they're thinking of me right now, of me going into the gym. But really, in reality, they don't really care. They don't care. You know what I mean? And why does it matter? Why would someone make fun of you for improving your life generally? Like, that's a really selfish and loser-like thing, right? But anyways, I'm getting back off track. Your positive thinking has to, you just have to it's not going to be right away. You're not going to be, obviously, if anything, you're not going to be able to snap your fingers and you're there, right? But this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to slowly transform your thoughts into positive ones. And when those impulsive negative thoughts come, you just have to be able to combat them with a positive thought, or run away from them and don't let them creep up on you. Or you could face them and just break it down. Your mind is your biggest enemy, right? One of the reasons why people don't combat their negative thoughts and always think negatively, it's not even because of their mind, it's what they expose themselves to. For example, a lot of people there's a lot of people in this world who are very negative to each other and who cause problems with each other, which isn't good, because that then causes negative thinking, and then obviously it's a chain reaction, right? But what you expose yourself to and what you consume, as I said this before, it really affects how you think and how you do things, right? Because if you expose yourself to terrible content on like social media, you're always around bad people, you don't read books that help you, you don't do any of that, your mind will slowly start to become like theirs, and it'll get worse, and then obviously you become really negative, right? But let's say you try to surround yourself with people who will have who are really positive, right? Role models who are trying to improve their lives, who are positive thinkers in general. On your phone, let's say on social media, you change your algorithm. I know it's hard, but you'll say you watch content that is positive thinking content. That's content that helps you get better, that helps your brain, that helps you relax, right? Clears out your brain. Let's say you meditate, helps clear your brain out with all your negative thoughts, anxiety, stresses, all the sad thoughts, right? You read books that help you, right? That is how you really that's how you speed up the process of transforming your thoughts, and that's actually how you do it. It's by thinking more positively, but also exposing yourself to the right content and right people and right information. That's how you do it. And that's basically it. So this is this video. Don't let negative thoughts creep in, and let positive thoughts overcome this. And always think positively, because you won't even realize it. Once you do that, your life will dramatically change for the better. So thank y'all for watching. Have a great and blessed day, and just remember, God always loves you. Peace.